What's up YouTube, DMLX here, and today we're diving into my top 5 Vanguards I'd love to see join the battlefield in Marvel Rivals. With the surprise reveal of Angela as the newest Vanguard Season 4's Heart of the Dragon, I got inspired to put together my dream lineup of heavy hitters and frontline steamrollers that come in clutch when escorting the payload or holding down a mission area. These are the tanks, the bruisers, and the damage sponges that I think would make Marvel Rivals' competitive scene even more fun, chaotic, and downright hyped to play. So buckle up, because I'm about to break down my 5 characters that I think deserve the shot at leading the charge in Marvel Rivals. But before we move ahead, make sure to hit that like button and share with your friends, I'd really appreciate it. And with that being said, let's get into it. Kicking things off at number 5, I'm going with a dark horse pick, literally, Man-Thing. Marvel's swamp-dwelling guardian originating from Savage Tales. What would make Man-Thing stand out amongst the rest of the roster of Marvel Rivals would be his use of fear-based abilities and swampy control mechanics that would bring some much-needed marshy flavor to the Vanguard role. Man-Thing's playstyle could lean towards being a defensive Vanguard that could be summed up as a fear-inducing tank with area of effect control. Signature abilities could consist of Man-Thing using a vine snare to root enemies, cover the battlefield with a swamp fog to reduce visibility, or even provide a protective boggy aura around allies in close proximity. As for his ultimate, let's call it Fear Incarnate, where Man-Thing unleashes the full power of the Nexus by making enemies around him panic and take more damage from allies. He'd be the creepy crowd-controlling tank that throws the opposition off their game while protecting his allies and securing the objective. Rampaging in at number 4, we got the unstoppable force himself, Juggernaut. Arguably the most requested Vanguard amongst the Rivals community, the Juggernaut is perfectly built for a game like Marvel Rivals. I'm sure we can all visualize the Juggernaut charging straight through enemy lines, shaking the map with every stomp, and becoming the kind of frontline menace that will be soaking up all the incoming damage thrown his way. The Juggernaut will play like a pure bruiser, all offense and unstoppable momentum. Some standard abilities for the Juggernaut would probably consist of a forward charge that can plow through multiple enemies, a ground smash that would send enemies into orbit, or a shockwave stomp as a form of stun. Juggernaut could call his ultimate the Unstoppable Force, where the big Jug becomes immune to crowd control abilities and gains a massive increase in damage / resistance while rampaging forward. So basically, if you want unrelenting chaos on your strike team, Juggernaut is the Vanguard to deliver the goods. Landing in at number 3, I'm bringing the heavy artillery with War Machine. Think of him as Iron Man's heavier, more militarized cousin, like how the character was depicted in Iron Man Armored Adventures. Decked out from head to toe with missiles, miniguns, and enough firepower to make the enemy team scatter. War Machine would be the ultimate tech-based Vanguard with heavy amounts of weapons at the player's disposal, but at the cost of extreme low mobility. Abilities could range from having access to shoulder missile barrages, deployable minigun turrets, and a jet-assisted charge to keep up with allies. War Machine's high damage ultimate could be called Exo Arsenal, which would unleash every weapon in his suit for an area of effect that devastates all enemies in the targeted space. War Machine doesn't seem to be high on most people's lists as far as new Vanguards go, but I think the potential is there for the character to shake things up when it comes to competitive play. Flying in strong at number 2 is none other than Captain Marvel. Carol Danvers perfectly embodies what the role of Vanguard is made for, thanks to her cosmic durability, energy blast, and the potential for an insane binary form ultimate. She'd be the Vanguard that bridges the line between offense and defense, soaking hits while dishing out big damage. A hybrid Vanguard I could easily see the Rivals community gravitating towards if they're in need of a character that isn't too complex to handle and can play both sides of the field without much effort. Captain Marvel's abilities could be created by giving her a photon blast dash that greatly covers distance, a cosmic shield to absorb team damage, and a hefty flight slam to push enemies backwards. And of course, her ultimate would have to be her binary form, which will allow Carol to unshackle her full power, massively boosting her strength, damage, and survivability for a short time. Overall, Captain Marvel would be a true powerhouse if added to Rivals, and could easily be a character that would shift the tide of battle depending on who's playing as her. And finally, taking the top spot at number 1 is Victor Von Doom, aka Dr. Doom. Honestly, could it be anyone else? Teased since the announcement of Marvel Rivals, and continues to play an integral part in the game's overarching narrative, Doom is not just a Marvel villain, he's the Marvel villain. With his mix of sorcery, technology, and sheer arrogance, Doom could be a Vanguard unlike any other. As Rivals depicts Doom to be a heavily armored imitating figure, I can imagine this version of Doom using a strong balance of advanced tech and sorcery to keep the opposition at bay. From the use of force field barriers to trap and propel enemies, hand blasts to deal heavy amounts of damage, flight bursts to maneuver around the map, and maybe even summon Doom bots to hold down areas of control. Doom's ultimate could be called Doom's Dominion, where he encases enemies in a massive energy dome fused with magic and tech that drains health while empowering allies inside. And based on how the Marvel Rivals team has been teasing the character, it seems like they're positioning Doom to be the definitive boss tier Vanguard that players are frothing at the mouth to get their hands on. Here's hoping the developers aren't holding Doom hostage till the release of Avengers Doomsday as some sort of cross promotion, and we can get our hands on playing as the iconic Marvel villain as soon as possible. And there you have it, those are my top 5 Vanguard picks I love to see in Marvel Rivals. From the eerie presence of Man-Thing to the unstoppable might of Dr. Doom. Each of these characters will bring something fresh and exciting to the game, but what do you think? Are there any other characters in the Marvel Universe you'd like to see play the role of Vanguard and Rivals? Let me know in the comments down below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more Marvel Rivals content. Until next time, I'm DMLX, and I'll see you in the future.